Why are some terrestrial biomes hard to distinguish? Imagine walking through a vast landscape and feeling like you are in a different world every few miles. Sometimes, the borders between these worlds are not clear at all. That's because many terrestrial biomes blend into each other rather than having sharp lines. Biomes are mainly classified based on climate factors like how hot or cold it is and how much rain falls. These factors influence what kinds of plants and animals live there. But these climate conditions don't change suddenly. They shift gradually over large areas. This creates zones where one biome slowly turns into another, called transition zones or ecotones. In these zones, the features of neighboring biomes overlap, making it tricky to tell where one ends and the next begins. Different scientists also use different ways to define biomes. Some look at the specific types of plants and their physiological limits, while others focus on environmental data like temperature and rainfall. Because there is no single agreed-upon method, the boundaries can look different depending on who is doing the classification. Soil types, altitude, and human activities like farming or urban development also influence what kind of vegetation grows in an area. For example, similar climate conditions might support very different plant communities depending on the soil or how high the land is. This adds to the confusion because the same climate can produce different biomes in different places. Ecologists see biomes as large patterns of life shaped by climate and geography, but nature does not fit into neat boxes. Instead, it creates complex mosaics of ecosystems that gradually change from one type to another. Recognizing these fuzzy boundaries helps scientists better understand and map ecosystems. It also helps in planning conservation efforts and predicting how ecosystems will respond to climate change. So, the main reason some terrestrial biomes are hard to distinguish is because climate changes gradually, classification methods vary, environmental factors overlap, and ecosystems naturally form continuous, overlapping zones rather than clear-cut borders.